California Yankee, thanks for the questions, and we'll try to get to them all as much as we can anyway. And the most recent deals with my attitude toward climate change and what I would do to become energy self-sufficient. I believe that becoming energy self-sufficient is probably a goal that we should establish, similar to the goal to put a man on the moon. It is so important to us because it is a national security issue. And by the way, if we do that, we will automatically reduce carbon emissions in the United States because we will be moving away from petroleum products and using fossil fuels that emit a lot of carbon. I believe nuclear energy is a very important part of this process, and I mean a very important part of the solution. I would absolutely drill in as many places as I could in the United States off our continental shelf. Yes, I do believe we have to get as much energy as possible in the United States of America as we transition to the use of other fuels, biofuels, wind, solar, all of those things I absolutely believe need to be expanded. One is, what would I do about taxes, about healthcare, and about education? Well, let's see. First of all, I do believe in the fair tax, or the consumption tax. I believe that would create an explosion of economic opportunities in this country. We would become a tax haven for corporations all over the world. Lots of jobs would come here. Our products would be much, much more inexpensive to sell around the world. It's I think, a very, very important tax shift. In healthcare, I believe in doing everything to expand individual opportunities, including expanding health savings accounts so people can use pre-tax dollars to go out and buy services from providers, a direct relationship between customer and provider. That will do a lot to actually control costs. If we could get people all over the United States doing that, then you buy a catastrophic healthcare plan to take care of something if unfortunately something like that happens and you need it. I also believe in ability of associations to come together to form insurance pools and offer it to their members, like YMCAs and you name it. Why shouldn't they be able to do so? Well, now there are all kinds of federal regulatory burdens that keep associations from forming healthcare plans. We should get rid of them. We should allow people to buy insurance from any state in the nation. Just because a company is licensed in Utah doesn't mean a person in Colorado shouldn't be able to buy insurance from them if they can get a better deal. Competition in the marketplace. And the last part about healthcare is to reduce the number of illegal immigrants in this country that are impacting our healthcare system. 86 hospitals closed in California alone, and that was about 5 years ago. It's probably over 100 now. They're spending $1 billion a year just in California on illegal immigrant healthcare. So that's another thing you can do for our healthcare system. Education, I'm a school choice person. I believe in vouchers. I put them on the ballot here in Colorado in 1992. We didn't win, but we did get charter schools out of it. And choice is good. It creates more and more competition. The federal government has no role, really, constitutionally. You will scour the Constitution with a fine-tooth comb, and you will not find a role for the federal government. So, it is a local and state responsibility, and to the greatest extent possible, it should be a parent's responsibility to send their child to the school they believe will provide the best education. By the way, that's including homeschoolers. I support their efforts completely. The question is about Iran. What are we going to do about it? Can we allow it to become a nuclear nation? No. The answer is no. That will create not only very serious problems for the Middle East, but it will create an enormous spread of nuclear weaponry throughout the region. We will have countries all over the place demanding to get a nuclear weapon because a lot of countries, believe it or not, around that part of the world, let's say Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, they're not crazy about the idea of a Shia crescent headed by Iran that is nuclear armed. And so, it is not a good idea, and we should try everything to stop that from happening. There are steps you can take in various levels of severity: economic, diplomatic, the actual, as I say, interdicting of gasoline supplies, and then military action if you actually had to. But that is your last it's the last option that you should take. But it cannot be, again, it's another one of those things that can't be off the table.